Jason Aaron and Aaron Kuder take the war to the Avengers Tower as all of the assembled Avengers from across time and space battle for the fate of reality against Mephisto's army. Jason Aaron continues the Avengers Assemble storyline with an all-out war issue filled with fun payoffs from the previous 11 issues of Avengers Forever, bringing together all the characters he's introduced throughout this series in fun action sequences. In terms of what's going on with Avenger Prime, nothing actually happens in this portion of the story, only confirmation that he's probably been captured by Mephisto, which is really disappointing since we haven't actually seen a lot of Prime, especially after the big build-up he has been getting throughout this book as well as over in the Avengers book. He was seen as some huge force that, you couldn't wait to see. You haven't really even seen him all that much. Instead, Aaron brings in some callbacks to his past time on Thor as well as some other teasers he's been setting up throughout his Avengers runs, including Old Man Phoenix and the Goddesses of Thunder, which is just even more stuff to pack onto an already quite packed event. Aaron Kuder continues on as series artist with some very cool action set pieces, very clearly having a lot of fun getting to draw all these variants of classic characters, making every page feel like a visual treat, especially to pick through and see, what inspiration does this Captain America have, or what one does this Mephisto have, and just to check out all the cool new heroes is really quite fun. Avengers Forever issue 12 was a very heavy on the exciting action but light on the plot issue, almost to a detriment as the story feels like it's just running in place, focusing on spectacle rather than character and story. I'm going to give this issue a 7 out of 10. Avengers Forever issue 12 finds the Mephistos charging at the Avengers Tower, calling for the death of all Avengers and the age of Mephisto to begin. The Howling Commandos, led by Captain Carter, meet them on the battlefield, fending off the devils with their various shields and powers. Peggy tells them to hold the line as they are the shield that guards the tower and they will die with their boots on if that's what it takes, all for the dream. The Steves rally as the airborne devils fire on them from the sky. The captains call in the Carol Corps, giving them some much needed air superiority from the artillery. A giant Mephisto appears, going for the Carol Carrier as Captain Marvel calls in the Special Ops Alpha team to deal with the behemoth. The giant is met by Thor, who tells the being that this is where they fall, but the devil laughs him off, wondering what the little man is going to do to him. Thor says he's no man, he's the god of fists. With a single punch he blows Mephisto's leg off, as Mephisto demands that the being face him eye to eye since he'll chew him up and spit him out. Thor smashes through the demon's skull like it was nothing, asking who's next as more giant-sized Mephistos arrive on the battlefield. The Air Forces are told to leave them be as the Star Panther blows right through them, breaking Mephisto's attack line. The Avengers fight on as Ant-Man finds himself impressed with the tower, wanting to know where Avenger Prime is. Tony is reunited with Moon Knight and Vision, who tell him Avenger Prime is missing and he could have been captured by Mephisto. Tony hugs his friends, glad to see that they are still alive. The heroes ask what happened to Robbie Reyes, and Tony thinks he burned himself out trying to take down Doom and the Masters of Evil, meaning he can't transform into the Ghost Rider anymore. Moon Knight finds that rather bad timing, and Tony decides that since he can't drink anymore, he might as well just fight in this battle. Vision fills Tony in on the God Quarry and how it is the bedrock of all creation, making Tony realize that it must be pretty important, gathering up a group of his ants from the armory and telling his friends that he's got something very dangerous planned. Tony shrinks them all down, heading into the ground with the ants, where Tony tells them that they are going to tunnel underneath the Mephistos on the battlefield and take them by surprise. The team aren't so sure about Tony's plans as soon they discover the Mephistos had the same idea and are too digging deep into the ground. However, Vision can see they are actually digging down, trying to access the first firmament, which he thinks will allow them access to the universe of ancient energy that is behind the bedrock, which will make the above war futile for them. Tony leaps from the rocks, attacking the Mephistos, who grab him and try and drown him in alcohol, telling him that he can drink all he wants and all he has to do is betray the others. Tony thinks that they are the worst used car salesman he knows, wondering if any of this actually works, but Tony finds it was just a distraction as he is stabbed in the side by a broken bottle. Three heroes get overwhelmed and Moon Knight tells Vision to get Tony out of there since he's one of the pillars, while she's just a fist of Khonshu. Suddenly, a billowing fire burns the Mephistos away as Old Man Phoenix and the Goddesses of Thunder arrive, telling the heroes that they would like to have a word with Mephisto.